Scorpio, you are up for the July Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, so this is the general reading. I will eventually do the money reading and I will do the love reading as well for the month of July. If you're watching this in June, feel free to check out the general, the love, and the money readings that are already up for your sign if you haven't already. And even if this isn't June, you know, you never know. Something there may still resonate with you. I've also done the full moon and Sagittarius reading for the collective. That is up. I will be doing the summer solstice reading for the collective, and I will be doing the new moon in Cancer reading for the collective. Now we got that stuff out the way. Let's go ahead and hop into this, Scorpio, and see what we get. May I have the energy for Scorpio for July? Energy for Scorpio for July. Energy for Scorpio for July. What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? 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 May I have the energy for Scorpio for July? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Thank you. May I have another card, please? Thank you. May I have another card, please? Thank you. May I have another card, please? Thank you. Woo! That really flew out. And this one too. Thank you. All right. And at the bottom, fertility and creation. This is a really, really fertile period right now. A lot of readings have been talking about fertility and pregnancy and this and that. So Scorpio, if you don't want to get pregnant, whether you're male or female, you know what to do. So females and males, if you don't want to hear some news, you know what to do. But also, not in the literal sense as well. With fertility and creation, it can also be about you just have new ideas. There's things that you want to do. And especially with the summer solstice happening, don't forget, we're moving into the sign of Cancer right now. Because I'm recording this on, what's today? June 8th? Yeah, June 18th. So we're about to move into the sign of Cancer. Cancer is a cardinal sign. The cardinal signs are what begin things. So usually it's like a lot of go-getter energy where it's like, okay, I want to get this done. Some of you might be in that energy right now where you're like, okay, I have all these ideas and I'm ready to do something. And that's where you're at. That's where the fertility and creation can be at for some of you, where you're just ready to start creating stuff and bringing things to life. See what we have. Now that card came out for Cancer. I like this though. All right. First card that came out is the Scarab. Spiritual transformation. So some of you may be going through a spiritual transformation during the month of July, where you're just looking at things through a different lens spiritually. Maybe something that you believed before, you've come to the conclusion like, okay, that doesn't necessarily work for me anymore. And what feeds my spirit. Because again, when it comes to your relationship with the divine, everyone has their own personal relationship with the divine. You have to do what works best for you. You may have come to the conclusion that a different type of relationship between you and the divine would better suit you and would help you grow more. So there may be some transformation there spiritually, is what may be happening. Strangely enough, some of you might be going into spiritual practice as well. All right. Especially with the second card, sarcophagus, initiation. Some of you, when I was mentioning spiritual practice, for some of you, you actually may be taking some courses. Maybe you're going to theology school or something like that, and you're learning the background of religion, of maybe a specific religion. For others of you, maybe this is more of new age stuff, and there's certain things that you're doing as you are taking on this new spiritual transformation. So I just want to throw that out there too. But with the initiation, there is something there. This also kind of gives me your energy, Scorpio, because I think of the death card, especially with the sarcophagus, where the transformation happens. Both of this is giving transformation. So some of you are on the spiritual journey, is what you're doing. Also, my nose is itching right now, but I can't scratch it. Also, Nuit, which is stars and timing. So this is a divine timing. This came out during Cancer's reading. There are certain things that are happening in divine timing. Also, for some of you, I feel like you may be doing night classes as well. I don't know why I'm thinking about night classes, especially with initiation. And it may not even be religion based where you're studying on religion. You just so happen to be taking classes at nighttime and doing that, where you're going back to school for something, or this is just in leisure where you're just getting information and just taking classes at night. And then set challenges. So some of you may be dealing with challenges in the month of July, Scorpio, as well. I don't foresee that being a huge issue because, again, July is Cancer season. Cancer is your sister sign. So it's a fellow water sign. Any challenges that may happen, I don't foresee them being, what's the word I'm looking for? I had it on the tip of my tongue. I want to phrase it a certain way. Any challenges that you have will only build you up. Thank you. Any challenges that you have will only build you up, is what will happen. It isn't going to be something where it's detrimental to you. All right. And then Geb, earthly focus. Earthly focus. So for some of you, there may be a focus on things in regards to the 3D. I want to read this one because I've never pulled this card before. So let me pull that right quick and see what this says. Out of all the times I use this deck, I've never pulled it. I'm going to go straight to the Cliff Notes. It says card meanings: abundance, resolution of financial worries, but consider carefully if some current business financial plans should be continued. In love, possible physical separation from your lover for a while. In work or career, a good time to successfully build up your career. If your current work ends, new work will come in a reasonable time. In regards to travel, a good time for business travel. For leisure, stay close to the earth for a good holiday. Where else would you go, Mars? I mean, like, and then it says for health, connect with the earth physically and energetically to ground yourself and improve your energy and stress levels. For family, some minor disagreements and separations that seem difficult at first, but actually prove mutually beneficial over time. That's going back to the set challenges. That is what I said earlier. I feel like whatever challenges happen in July, they're only going to build you up. So it will be beneficial over time. If these are family challenges, then it's going to be to your advantage in the long run. It'll be beneficial to you. And then it says, for the future, present difficulties will resolve with time and patience. So again, I don't see any challenges being something detrimental to you. All right, and let me pull from the tarot deck right quick. Energy for Scorpio for July. Energy for Scorpio for July. Energy for Scorpio for July. What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear for July? What is the energy for Scorpio for July? What is it that Scorpio needs to hear? The Three of Swords was attempting to poke out. I'm curious if it's going to come out. Bottom of the deck right now, Seven of Cups, choices. So that might be some of the challenges too. You have to make some choices as well. You have a lot of decisions to make in the month of July. That could be it too. Whoa, that jumped out. Knight of Pentacles, reliability. So yeah, Three of Swords showed up again as I'm shuffling. Thank you. May I have another card, please? Thank you. May I have another card, please? Thank you. All right, so sideways, I'm going to leave it that way. What's at the bottom of the deck? Prince of Wands, instigation. You have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, which are both princes. You have reliability, and then that one says instigation. There is a wish that you have. Star card came out. There's something that you may want to heal or either break away from. The Devil card came out, Capricorn energy. Also, the Star card is Aquarius energy. There's a lot of major arcanas here. There's 3 major arcanas in a row. With the Devil card here, you could be dealing with the Capricorn. With the Devil card, there could be some type of, I could say codependency going on. Something where the relationship is not balanced. Doesn't have to be love, could be, but where it's not balanced. The Hierophant follows that, is what follows the Devil card. So this is about commitment. Also, the Hierophant is Taurus energy. Some of you could be dealing with the Taurus. I honestly feel that having a decision to make, because I had seen Seven of Cups earlier, there may be something where you're dealing with 2 people. Part of me feels like, for some of you, what you went through with this individual, and I feel like it's this Prince of Wands energy, and you know what, I just got it confirmed, because under the Prince of Wands is the Ace of Swords. That's what it is. Whatever you went through with this individual, this is what gave you the clarity on what you want to do. This is what caused, for some of you, you're going through a spiritual transformation. The reason you're going through a spiritual transformation is because of some type of interaction you had with this individual, this Prince of Wands. And you wanted something more reliable. It could be love, could be family, could be whatever. It also, the Prince of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles, it could be something in regards to a job. Because don't forget, Pentacles deal with the 3D, is what they deal with. So anything in the 3D. where you wanted something more reliable. Now, if we're not talking about people and we're talking about just certain things, we can go back to the religion part of this. Maybe there was something in your previous religion, and especially with the Ten of Wands under that Ace of Swords, where there was something spiritually that was holding you down. It was a heavy burden to you. And that experience of what you went through gave you the clarity where it's like, you know what? This energy, which is devil energy, isn't for me. I want something more reliable. And that may have been what caused this transformation. I feel like it could have been a previous religion, or it just could have been an individual. But there's some type of interaction that happened where you didn't feel this was consistent enough for you, and you wanted something more reliable, and that gave you the clarity to start looking at that, and that's what you were wishing for, and that's where the commitment came in. And with the Seven of Wands right here, this is where you're standing on. It's like, this is what I'm doing now. These are my thoughts. Whether it's dealing with an individual or whether it's whatever spiritual journey or path you're on now, you've made the decision, I'm sticking to this. This is what I want to do. This is what works best for me. Is where you're at. Fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel that's what happened. Something triggered this. Is what happened. All right, so Scorpio, that is what I have for you. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.